Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Wednesday, June 12, 2024. In the headlines, government announces plans for new pension system for contract workers. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell names consultant for Grenada's new hospital project. Sandals Resort introduces new paternity and birthday leave incentives for team members. Also in the news, regionally, Guyana and Venezuela meet with ICJ President on border case to submit second round of written pleadings. Internationally, Ivory Coast cocoa industry sees farmers turning to rubber production. Plus, in the sports news, Monk Rich football competition wraps up. Hello everyone, I'm Kenroy Baptiste. We are reporting the day's news.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. Government is aiming to introduce legislation by the end of the year for a transferable pension scheme benefiting public servants who are on contract. The rest of the details in this report.
In the last quarter of this year, government plans to bring legislation to Parliament to introduce a transferable pension scheme for individuals who are contracted to work as public servants or in public service positions. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell gave an October timeline for bringing the pension scheme before Parliament.
There are approximately 3,000, give or take, contract workers right now employed by the government of Grenada. That doesn't include the mining workers who do not have any pension from the government of Grenada. And if their status remains like that, they will retire with no pension. We have committed that come the 1st of October, we will be going to Parliament to enact legislation to create a new pension scheme for these workers to ensure that they have the opportunity to have a pension.
He was speaking at a town hall meeting in St. Patrick on June 10th, which was part of the second anniversary celebrations of the National Democratic Congress, or the NDC's victory in the 2022 general elections. The Prime Minister outlined that the proposed pension scheme for contracted public servants will involve contributions from the individuals and the government.
So we have to create a system that allows them to get a pension. That system is going to be a pension where they contribute and the government contributes. And we are saying anyone who is hired by the government thereafter has to come on to the pension system where they contribute, the government contribute, and when you retire, you can have your pension.
This scheme will allow individuals to carry their pension benefits when transitioning from government employment to the private sector or upon leaving government service altogether. The framework for this pension policy has received approval from the Cabinet.
The consultant has done extensive work. We have submitted this to the Attorney General's chambers. We are waiting on the draftsmen and women there to provide the draft legislation to us. We have allocated the sum to pay between October and December, the first set of contributions from the government for these workers once they come onto this pension.
Presently, only established public servants who have served the state for 27 years are entitled to government pensions within the public service. The Prime Minister emphasized that the new pension scheme aims to address this disparity and provide financial security for all contracted public servants. Government will continue to host a series of town hall meetings across the country as part of its anniversary celebrations. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Employees at all 18 Sandals and Beaches resorts, including the one here in Grenada, are benefiting from the resort's time away from work policy. More in this Nisha Peters report.
Setting a new standard in the hospitality industry, team members across the Sandals and Beaches resorts will now have access to birthday and paternity leave entitlements. Dillian Forrester, manager of public relations at Sandals and Beaches Resort, said the initiative is a welcomed one, which recognizes the importance of the team members' experience.
Our update to our time away from work policy is very exciting, with the addition of paternity leave and a paid birthday leave. So it's just one of many initiatives that have developed throughout the years, and this one is in fact long overdue, and we're very excited that it's actually taking place right now. It's just another way to motivate the team and keep us all happy. It's a moment of celebration at the announcement.
Forrester said the initiative is expected to boost staff productivity.
It definitely enhances the team experience. If you feel better about yourself coming to work, if you feel joyous and motivated, that's going to translate to smiles at service. That's going to translate to actively listening to guest requests and fulfilling those requests because you're enthusiastic, because you have a positive outlook. And, it's shown in studies academically, and we see it here just every day. If the employee is happy, the team member is happy, our guests can be happy as well.
Also, male team members who become fathers of newborn children and are full-time employees who have been with the company for at least 1 year will be entitled to 1 week of paid paternity leave. The announcement of time away from work policy and paternity leave was made by the company's executive chairman, Adam Stewart, at a recent employees' town hall meeting. The birthday and paternity leave incentives are paid time off initiatives that include full base pay and gratuity for all eligible team members across the company's 18 resorts. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Other news, the government of Grenada has appointed Damian Dolland as the lead consultant to the new hospital project management team. Nisha Paul reports.
Dolland, who is the founder of the USA-based The Darsami Group and co-founder of Trocar Pharma Inc., is a nephew of businessman Hugh Dolland and the cousin of Randall Dolland, current chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority. The other members of the management team for the project are Andrea Sembernard, Richard Duncan, the permanent and deputy permanent secretaries in the Ministry of Finance, permanent secretary in the Ministry for Health, and with support from the Tony Blair Institute, owned and managed by Tony Blair, the former UK Prime Minister. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell made the announcement on Monday during a town hall meeting in St. Patrick.
And they do consultancies with governments around the world to help them deliver on the things they have committed to their citizens. This group has been meeting every week for the last several months to advance the project.
In June last year, the government acquired approximately 84 acres of land along the Westerhall stretch to build a modern state-of-the-art teaching hospital.
The site is located between the boundaries of St. George's and St. David, in the area of Calvini Westall and what is called the Calvini or Westall stretch. If you're coming to St. Andrews, it's on the left. If you go into St. George's, it's on the right. And it's located in the area known as where CARDI, the Caribbean Agriculture Research and Development Institute, has a site. It's approximately 84 acres of land.
The administration has been engaged in in-depth planning to make the new hospital project a reality, including sourcing an international partner to help run the facility.
It will require deep planning, a lot of research. You have to find the financing, and I want to make this point. We have to get an international partner to help us operate the hospital, because we want this to be the centerpiece of the health village. And therefore, we need to make sure that the new hospital will be run and managed at an international level that is befitting of Grenada, the service Grenadians deserve, and the foreigners and visitors who will come to Grenada.
According to the Prime Minister, the international partner will also be required to work with the government to fix existing challenges with the current hospital and in the medical system. He also spoke of plans to have controlled development around the new hospital facility.
We don't need 84 acres of land to build the hospital, but we are building more than a hospital. We are creating a medical or health village, and we need to ensure that we can control the development around the hospital and that we can have other economic activities around the hospital to support the hospital. And that is why we've acquired the entire 84 acres of land, because we need to be able to control the development of the site.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has given an update on Project 500, detailing the committee's progress and plans for constructing affordable homes. Speaking at a recent town hall meeting, the Prime Minister outlined the steps being taken to fulfill the NDC administration's campaign promise. More in this report.
Project 500 is well on the way. That's according to Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell as he updated the public on the present stance of the project. The PM, who was speaking at a recent town hall meeting on Tuesday, announced that a committee has been established through the Grenada Housing Authority to identify suitable lands, develop designs, and engage contractors for the project. Mitchell highlighted government-owned lands in St. Andrew as a potential site for the construction of these homes. He explains that the plan involves bringing in pre-constructed houses and installing them on designated plots of land.
So what we are hoping to do with these contractors is to use technology, modern technology, that can allow us to do prefab houses. That is, houses that are actually built or manufactured as much as possible in factories. And then what you're doing is you are installing the homes. So we would build the foundations, but you are literally installing the homes, installing the plumbing, installing the electricity and the other amenities, where you can then do a lot of houses quickly and hopefully cheaply.
The homes can be constructed both on government and privately owned lands once owners are interested. The 6 contractors will be given 6 plots of land to demonstrate their capabilities in constructing the homes, said the PM.
So what we're hoping to do here is to build 17 model homes so that the public can see what the homes are like. And why are we going to build 17 model homes? We are going to do so because we have contractors who are all bidding to build these houses. But before we give them the contract, we need them to prove that they can build the homes. We need them to prove they can build it the way they say they can build it. We need them to prove it, to build it at the price they say they can build it, and at the time they say they can deliver it. And we need to build homes that can sustain, endure, and resist things like the hurricanes, resist things like termites, etc., etc.
The Prime Minister said more details about the project will be disclosed later this month.
We expect the team from the Housing Department to launch the PR around this by the end of June. So although I'm to some extent stealing the thunder a little, but as you appreciate, I say to them, when I come to the people and they ask, I'm supposed to be able to respond and say what's happening. I can't tell you I'm waiting on the Housing Authority. And if we're able to do that, maybe we can get some of the landlords to reduce their rent a little, because there would be less demand for exorbitant rent.
During its election campaign, the NDC administration promised the public 500 modern affordable homes under this project, a promise the Prime Minister said he intends to keep. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
We have to take a break at the moment. Still to come in network news, the Royal Grenada Police Force and the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association collaborate to remind visitors that Grenada remains a safe destination. We'll be right back.
Yard. Use a broom instead of a hose. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there. Easy. That's why on June 22nd, we're hosting our Easy Ride Auto Show at Ariza's Car Park, Bruce Street. Speak to our professional loan officers, car dealers, and insurance brokers in one convenient location. Learn about our special offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. This is your opportunity to secure your Easy Ride loan and drive away in style.
Natural disaster can change your life in minutes. Preparation is the best protection for your family and business. Prepare now. Create a disaster plan and make sure everyone knows what to do. Store water, non-perishable food, and medication. Remember basic emergency supplies such as batteries and flashlights. Trim overhanging trees. If trees near power lines are unsafe to trim, call Grenlec at 237 for assistance or advice. Install surge protectors to safeguard your electrical devices against outages and intermittent surges. Make sure your generator has an isolation switch. It will prevent power from feeding to our lines and electrocuting others. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for Grenada to laugh again. Heritage Theatre presents Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024, Saturday, June 22nd and Sunday, 23rd June at the Trade Center in Grandance, and on Sunday, 30th June at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime, 7 p.m. every time, featuring some of Grenada's best ambassadors of comedy. Robert White.
I will line up behind the yellow for 9 elections straight. I changed for 9 times to lose the last election. Why? Because I'm always on the losing side.
Dillion Walters.
It's the McQueen I couldn't take. I don't tell Molly didn't know.
Kareem Alexis and other outstanding comedic performances, all coming to knock you off your seats with laughter. Get your tickets now. Bring out the entire family. Tickets are $60. It's time for Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024.
The place go flood with laughter.
At Quartz Optical, 2 are better than 1. Be always ready for the occasions with a second pair of eyewear. Find your fit with a pair. Get 50% off on all men's frames and sunglasses, plus 30% off all other purchases. Ray-Ban, Armani, Converse, Vogue, and much more. Get that frame today. Shop with no cash and pay later. Plus, you can book your eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
We're back with Network News. The Rahim Kelshal trial concluded on Wednesday with a 12-member jury finding him not guilty of murder in connection with the 2018 shooting death of Garfield Matthew, also known as Cut Up. Details in this Nisha Paul report.
Rahim Kelshal, represented by attorney Jerry Edwin, stood nervously in the prisoner's dock as the verdict was read out to him just after 4 p.m.
Even as we feel a sense of relief in the verdict that we obtained for our client, I just want to acknowledge that Garfield Matthew has a sister, a mother, a father, who are feeling, I'm sure, a significant degree of pain, even while Rahim Kelshal's family, his sister, his mother, are happy that he has been found not guilty. So there is pain all around in these kinds of cases. So we should not take this in any way as a victory for anyone.
The matter was prosecuted by Senior Crown Counsel Chrisanne Greenwich, who failed to prove Kelshaw's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt during the trial.
Murder has two species in Grenada: non-capital murder and capital murder. Capital murder is a charge where there are certain other felony offenses that is attached to the killing of someone. In this case, the Crown presented evidence that Mr. Kelshaw committed a robbery, and while fleeing from that robbery, he then shot Garfield Matthew, alias Cut Up.
Despite his acquittal on the murder charge, Kelshaw, who has also been committed to stand trial for robbery with violence, has been remanded into custody pending the scheduling of a date for the start of that trial.
There is another indictment. Mr. Kelshaw is also charged for robbery with violence in the case of the robbery which occurred in this case under the same circumstances, but they could not be tried together. Our criminal procedure code does not allow that. Once it's murder, capital or non-capital, that trial has to exist by itself. We're confident, let me say, that should the robbery with violence charge be brought before another jury, we're confident that they will look at the evidence as well and determine that Raheem Kelshaw is not guilty.
In the meantime, Edwin announced plans to apply for bail for his client, who has been on remand at the Richmond Hill prison since his arrest in 2018.
We will make certain applications to the court, and we are confident that in the circumstances of this acquittal by Mr. Kelshaw, that the liberty of Mr. Kelshaw will be secured in the next few days.
If found guilty of robbery with violence, Kelshaw, who was 24 years old at the time of his arrest, could face a penalty of up to 30 years in prison. Reporting for GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The Royal Grenada Police Force and the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association have announced a collaborative initiative to ensure Grenada continues to be a safe destination for tourists. We have more in this report.
This strategic partnership aims to enhance safety measures and promote open communication within the community to support the island's tourism industry. Vanny Cohen, Acting Commissioner of Police and the officer in charge of crimes, emphasized the significance of this collaboration.
We have been engaging with this entity because we're looking at shared responsibility, how we can work together collaboratively. They have an interest in what we do, and definitely we have an interest in what they do. You would appreciate that the posturing for the Hotel and Tourism Association stems from the fact that Grenada remains stable so that visitors can come. And so the need for us to work together collaboratively, looking at the sector, looking at the industry, and what we can do individually and collectively to bring the kind of stability that is needed to ensure that tourists can continue to come to our shores, that Grenada's economy can extend. And that was the whole hallmark of the discussion that we have had.
Both organizations recognize the success of Grenada's tourism industry relies heavily on the perception of safety by visitors. By working together, the RGPF and GHDA are taking proactive steps to create a welcoming and secure environment for tourists.
We shared with them some positive thoughts on security, how they can target harden the premises. We talk about lighting and profiling and quite a lot of issues that they should be interested in. At the end of the day, there must be shared responsibility for what happens. I keep calling not only last night or this morning, but every time you hear me, you'll always hear me say security must be shared responsibility. Cannot be the work of the RGPF only. It has to be every Grenadian, all hands on deck, cumulatively as a nation, being able to fight the scourge of what we're seeing.
Cohen also highlighted the importance of fostering open dialogue within the community.
Law enforcement is useless without your community. You're not policing yourself, you're policing people for people. And so their voices, their input must be taken on board. And so we have extended our outreach, so much so that we have now instituted a community policing officer whose job it is to go out and make that connection with different sectors, different interest groups in Grenada to ensure that we can partner with them. We cannot be everywhere every time, and so we depend on the ears and eyes of our community. Trust is important, and so whatever trust might have been lost, we are rebuilding those processes, and so there has to be frank, open conversation.
The initiative involves several key measures aimed at bolstering safety and security across the island. The GHTA is equally committed to the joint effort. By providing resources and support, the authority aims to ensure that all stakeholders in the tourism sector are well prepared to contribute to the safety initiative. Through ongoing engagement and cooperation, the RGPF and GHTA are committed to ensuring that Grenada remains a safe haven for tourists and residents alike. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Well, in a bid to preserve all forms of culture on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, plans are afoot to construct a cultural center in the heart of Hillsborough soon. According to Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Tevin Andrews, with the help of the National Lotteries Authority and others in the corporate community, a great deal of financial support has been given over the past 2 years towards the preservation of culture. He spoke about the foundational work that has been undertaken so far.
We have plans to build a cultural center. The drawings are somewhat complete. The location of it will be at the present Hillsborough Community Center. We'll destroy it, we'll demolish the community center and build a proper cultural center for the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. After all, we are the culture of cradle, or the cradle of culture.
Yeah.
And we need to do all that we can to preserve and enhance the culture. So we are preserving our cultural heritage by investing a lot, along with Grenada Lotteries Authority. We're investing a lot of money, having people who have an idea in terms of how to do it, pass on those knowledge and those skills to the younger generation.
Minister Andrews said the aim is to transform the Sister Isles into a tourist hub where all aspects of culture can be found.
So there's a couple of things we're doing in Carriacou. One, make it a prime tourism destination, and now we also have a consultant that first time in the history of Carriacou, we have a consultant from Grenada Tourism Authority's standpoint from Carriacou that is working on assisting in marketing Carriacou and Petite Martinique. I think that we want to do is to make Carriacou a hub within the marine, make it a marine hub. Yeah. So whether you have a marine school, that teaches you everything, as it relates to the boat building, teaching you
everything within the blue economy.
Well, everything within in that area.
Yeah.
Children take the spotlight in this evening's GBN ISAW. Stay with us.
Tonight's ISAW features the creativity of the students at the Westmoreland School Science Club as they used Play-Doh to create a model of the Earth and its layers. The structure of the Earth is divided into 4 major components: the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. Kudos to the students for their excellent replica of the Earth and its layers. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
When we return, agriculture extension officers participate in 2-day workshop. We'll talk about that.
Miss Faithlin's family drama continues with I Do by Urias Peters at Labucan Creative Center, Saturdays at 8 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., June 8th to 30th.
Get ready, Grenada, for the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. Hubbard's Legends in Concert. As we raise our hands and give thanks. On Saturday, October 26, 2024, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. Hubbard's Legends in Concert. Stay tuned to GBN for more.
If you don't add multi-X to your Playway bets, then you're definitely missing out on bigger winnings. The NLA has added 7X to the multi-X draws. Imagine playing your favorite Playway number or symbol for $10 with multi-X added. Then, wow! 7X is drawn. You win bigger. Not just $240, but $240 multiplied by 7. Whoa! That's $1,680. 7X added for a limited time only. Add multi-X to your Playway bets every day, 3 times per day, Monday to Saturday, for chances to win bigger. Not only free plays or winnings multiplied by 3 or 5, but winnings multiplied by 7 too. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, make your dreams come true.
From the fertile heart of Grenada to the far reaches of the globe, Ram's Supermarket brings together the best of both worlds. Savor the freshest, locally sourced produce from our trusted Grenadian farmers and explore a curated selection of top-quality international favorites. Experience a shopping journey where warmth meets a world of flavors and affordability meets premium quality. At Rams, we welcome everyone to discover the joy of global and local culinary delights. Nestled in Sugar Mill, Grand Anse, we are open all week to offer you a taste of home and beyond. Rams Supermarket, where our family, community, and the world come together. We are the good food people.
Get ready for the season with the biggest blowout sale from Sisson's Paints. Get 30% on Sisson's Text Coat, Berger Weatherproof, and Easy Clean paints, all sizes. Your Weather Warrior, paint to protect. Ensure your home is season ready and beautiful. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Head to the Color Shop or any Sisson's hardware partner nationwide and save 30% now. Shop now and get a free plastic float with every Sisson's Text Coat purchase and a free Paint Sensations paint with every 1 gallon purchase of Berger Weatherproof or Sisson's Easy Clean. Sale ends soon.
The laundry, always do a full load, save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You them boss dragon. You see that? About them, let them make a hard of them. Me a 38 man. But you are 92. Yeah. You need the number 1 run, man. That is it. No what? Immense. Yeah. Number 1. Yeah, me too, man.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Class Code, the number 1 rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy?
Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
Welcome back. Introduction to ICT Stewardship for Agriculture Extension is a two-day workshop designed to build the capacity of extension officers in the area of digital technology. The exercise started on Wednesday at the Karani James Athletic Stadium, engaging over 40 participants.
The Ministry of Agriculture, with support from the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus in Trinidad and Tobago, the University of Alberta, Canada, the University of Guelph, Canada, and the University of Paradenia, Sri Lanka, is hosting a two-day intensive training program aimed at enhancing the digital literacy of technical officers. Titled Technology Stewardship in Agriculture Extension, Action Learning for Digital Literacy, this workshop kicked off today at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Permanent Secretary Isaac Bagwan welcomed this collaborative initiative, emphasizing its goal to equip extension officers with the latest technological tools and knowledge. These advancements will significantly improve farming practices, marketing, and farm management, eventually boosting the quality of support provided to local farmers. Participants will dive into hands-on sessions covering several important areas. Professor Wayne Ganpat, agriculture extension expert at the University of the West Indies, indicated that the role of agriculture extension is very important if we are to achieve the CARICOM mandate of a 25% reduction in our food import bill by 2025.
So extension is very important. And in extension, there's the whole area of communication, how to communicate technologies to farmers. So I think we're talking about ICTs over the next 2 days, how to communicate using ICT tools, but we also want to stress digital literacy. Asral
Chowdhury, Associate Professor at the School of Environmental Design, University of Guelph, Canada, said with the amount of information that is available, it is important for farmers and extension officers to develop methods and or strategies to enable them to decipher what may be deemed misinformation.
And for this particular training approach, we'll teach some framework that when you use ICT or digital technology, how you can fight this misinformation or wrong information.
Tonya Price is one of the participants.
My expectation is basically to inform the Backyard Gardeners Network who would have participated in the rainwater harvesting project, how we can utilize the information disseminated here today.
Extension Officer Monica Lord speaks of her expectation.
I'm here basically to upgrade my knowledge on stewardship technologies, means ITCs, to apply ITCs in agriculture to my farmers in my community of practice. Also, to upgrade my knowledge in extension methodologies that I have learned from the University of the West Indies.
By the end of this program, Extension officers will be empowered to offer information, efficient and technology-driven solutions to the challenges faced by stakeholders, including farmers, ensuring a brighter and more prosperous future for our agriculture community. Christina John, GBN News.
Sports News is next.
Use a pan to wash and rinse your dishes. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Over the years and presently, customers have been winning exciting prizes while ensuring that benefits are realized for all Grenadians by supporting the games of the National Lotteries Authority.
I am Patrick Simmons, former Minister for Sports and National Athlete. The NLA has made significant investment in nation-building activities. Among them are the construction of health, sporting, cultural, educational, and community facilities. Additionally, they continue to provide funding to non-governmental organizations and individuals throughout the Tri-Island state. I support the NLA's mandate because I can see where the money goes.
Playing the games of the NLA guarantees support for sports, culture, and nation building throughout the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
Washing the vehicle, use a bucket, not a hose. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Hello, sporting fans. After weeks of igniting passion for football among players and spectators, the Monkridge football competition will draw to a close this Friday night at the Monkridge Playing Field in St. Patrick. This competition has garnered commendation from various quarters, serving as a vital avenue for showcasing talent and fostering community spirit. The eagerly anticipated finals, set to kick off at 8 p.m., will see Paradise FC International take on Young Guns. Both teams have demonstrated exceptional skill and tenacity throughout the tournament, setting the stage for a thrilling showdown. Fans can expect a high-caliber match that will showcase top local football talent, promising a fitting conclusion to an exciting tournament. Prior to the final, Arsenal FC will face Spice Mobile Idlers in the third-place match. This match will be another highlight of the evening, with both teams eager to finish the tournament on a high note. The Monkridge football competition has not only provided thrilling football action, but also served as a reminder of the power of sport to unite communities. The tournament featured various games catering to different age groups, including youth small goal matches, underscoring the inclusivity and broad appeal of the event. It has inspired individuals to pursue their passions both on and off the field, reinforcing the spirit of community. Well, India proved too strong for the USA at the T20 Cricket World Cup, with the joint host falling to a 7-wicket defeat in New York on Wednesday. The USA beat Pakistan in an historic victory earlier in the tournament, but failed to follow it up with a win against heavy favorite India, despite the underdog pushing the cricket powerhouse close throughout. India now top Group A with 6 points, having won all 3 of their games at the World Cup, with the USA in second place with 4 points. Despite the defeat, the USA continue to have a good chance of progressing to the next round of the tournament and will face Ireland in their last group stage game. They'll need, though, a win. They need to secure a win. They'll need a win to secure their spot in the knockout stages. Finally, in the sports news, West Indies legend Chris Gayle will be in charge of the West Indies champions in the World Championship of Legends, WCL. The tournament will run from July 3 to 13 in England, featuring 6 teams in competition: South Africa, India, Pakistan, England, Australia, and West Indies, all competing against each other. The tournament will be hosted at the Edgbaston Stadium and Northamptonshire Stadium. This T20 tournament, approved by the England and Wales Cricket Board, ECB, will feature retired and non-contracted players. Though the full team is yet to be finalised, it will feature stars like Dwayne Smith, Samuel Badri, and T20 World Cup winning captain Darren Sammy. Sports news for now. That's what's going on in around the globe. On June 11, the president of the International Court of Justice met with representatives from Guyana and Venezuela to discuss the 1899 arbitration award. More details in this report.
On June 11, Judge Nawaf Salam, president of the International Court of Justice, ICJ, convened a meeting with the agents of Guyana and Venezuela regarding the arbitral award of October 3, 1899, Guyana versus Venezuela. According to a statement issued by the Attorney General, the purpose of the meeting was to discuss the subsequent procedures in the case pursuant to Article 31 of the Rules of the Court and to determine whether a second round of written pleading was necessary following Venezuela's submissions of its counter memorial on April 8, 2024, and, if deemed necessary, to establish the timelines required for the preparation of these pleas. The statement added that both sides agreed that a second round of written pleadings was necessary. Guyana proposed a period of 6 months from the date of Venezuela's counter memorial submission, implying a deadline of October 8, 2024 for its reply. However, was open to extending this to late October, subject to the court's diary. Venezuela, however, requested a 12-month period from Guyana's October reply to adequately prepare its rejoinder, citing the complexity of the case, despite the ICJ procedural rules, which generally favor shorter time limits. Guyana noted that Venezuela's request for a 12-month period was excessive, given that the case has been pending for 6 years and that the subsequent pleadings are not intended to recite facts and legal issues already raised. The court will now issue an order setting appropriate timelines for both parties to submit their respective second round of pleadings, taking into account the representative representations made. Guyana's delegation was led by attorney at law and non-law Carl Greenidge, agent for Guyana at the ICJ, Philippe Sands, legal counsel, Pierre Dejean, legal counsel, and Lloyd Gunraj, charged the affairs of the Embassy of Guyana to the Kingdom of Belgium. In April 2023, the ICJ rejected a preliminary objection by Venezuela to Guyana's application before it to uphold the validity of the 1899 arbitral award, settling the boundaries between the two countries. In March 2018, Guyana filed its application with the ICJ to confirm the validity and binding effect in the arbitral award. Kenroy reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Ivory Coast is the world's biggest producer of cocoa, but farmers there now prefer rubber. They say it's cheaper to farm and takes up less manpower.
The cocoa industry in West Africa sees this white dripping sap as the biggest threat to its cocoa supply after climate change. A growing number of farmers are either diversifying into natural rubber or turning their backs on a crop that sustained livelihoods for generations and put Ivory Coast on the top of the global list of cocoa producers. Sawadogo Musa is a president of the local cocoa cooperative in Agboville, a town north of the capital, Abidjan. He farms both crops.
Farming rubber is like being on a salary. You harvest it almost every month, unlike cocoa, which is harvested once or at most twice a year. It may not fetch as much as cocoa, but at least you have something to live on every month.
Natural rubber production in Ivory Coast rose from 170,000 tons just 3 years ago to 1.5 million tons in 2022, propelling the country to the top 3 producers in the world. Industry analysts believe it could surpass its current output for the 2023-2024 season. Climate change and soaring production costs are forcing more farmers to switch to rubber.
While rubber trees take nearly as long as cocoa to produce the first output, they require less hard work. And unlike cocoa, rubber prices are stable, something many farmers here appreciate for their own financial stability.
That's a source of concern for the cocoa industry. Cocoa diversification and sustainability consultant Edmund Conan says the cocoa industry is at a crossroad.
Small-scale oil farmers provide 90% of the world's supply. They have 2 to 3 hectares. Nobody can control them. Anytime they can cut down their cocoa trees. It's not like big farms that can, be controlled, but for the small other farmers, you can't control them.
He says the cocoa industry must come up with an acceptable support system to help farmers who continue to live in poverty while supplying a multi-billion-dollar industry. If not, fewer farmers will cultivate the crop, which could mean higher prices for the chocolate bar on the supermarket shelves. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Abidjan.
A reminder of the headlines in just a moment. Network News, a reminder of the headlines. Government announces plans for new pension system for contract workers. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell names consultant for Grenada's new hospital project. Sandals Resort introduces new paternity and birthday leave incentives for team members. Also in the news, regionally, Guyana and Venezuela meet with ICJ President on border case to submit second round of written pleadings. Internationally, Ivory Coast cocoa industry sees farmers turning to rubber production. Plus in the sports news, Mount Rich football competition wraps up. It's going to be good. So good on Friday. All right, that's all from us in the newsroom. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Thank you so much for spending the time with us. We'll see you again very soon. Have a good night.